Hey every creature, welcome back to another episode of Pony Fanboy Reviews. As you can probably tell, I can hardly contain myself right now, because today is the day we talk about the 100th episode of Friendship is Magic. Ever since 2014 Comic-Con, this show's creative staff like Jason Thiessen and Megan McCarthy let the fans know that something special involving the background ponies was on the horizon. Before anything was set in stone, M.A. Larson said his original plan was to have an episode that was going to follow Twilight Sparkle, along with a lot of other major background characters, originally having the title A Tour of Ponyville and A Tour of Equestria. They were even going to feature ponies that didn't even show up in the final version of the episode, like Coco Pamel and even Flash Century. Every brony's favorite character, storyboard artist Big Jim Miller also stated at one point the episode was going to be an anthology and following all the different background ponies. A pony anthology, you say? So let's see how they chose to celebrate the fans and celebrate their 100 episode milestone. This is Slice of Life. So we begin with Cranky and Matilda getting ready for their wedding. What was supposed to be tomorrow is now being bumped to today because of a problem with the dates on the invitations. So now they have to go with scrambling. But who's responsible for this mix-up of the dates on the invitations anyway?
You could do it for half what the others charge, and then you sent invitations to every pony in town with the wrong date.
Muffin?
Dear sweet Celestia, they did it. They brought Derpy Hooves back, and she speaks. And she's voiced by Tabitha St. Germain, which means she gets to share a voice actress with Best Pony.
Though, did you notice her new voice sounds very similar to the voice she did for Mindy all the way back in G3?
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. After the intro, we see Derpy talking about her mishap with Doc, as in Dr. Hooves. And he speaks too. And he's British. Plus, you gotta love the little cameos of all the other deep-cut background ponies. Both Biceps, that one Grandpa pony, that French waiter pony from Season 1, and that's just the beginning of all the background cameos you're gonna get in this episode.
I was working off a cutting-edge theory of making time come forward to you.
Considering his love of science, is it hard to see why early fan shippings had him paired with Twilight Sparkle? I mean, both of them love science so much they have their own underground science labs. But after hearing about the dates from Derpy, Dr. Hooves runs to Rarity's boutique to get his suit tailored for the wedding, but she's nowhere to be found. So he asks Vinyl Scratch to tell Rarity that he's looking for her, if only she could hear him without her headphones.
I lost track of time, unbelievably, and forgot that the wedding is this afternoon.
As a sidebar, I think it was a pretty wise move on Hasbro's part to not give Vinyl Scratch a voice. I mean, if it was anyone other than No-Whacking, the fandom would have lost it.
What? Brinny's losing it? I couldn't possibly imagine them doing that. Lol.
Ariel, is that radical new invention we call sarcasm? Vinyl leads Dr. Hooves to the bowling alley where he's impressed by the studs on the ponies that are dressed up like those guys from that one bowling movie. Can't believe they brought them back. But it does result in one of the best jokes in the episode.
I need this suit tailored. It's an emergency.
Sorry, man. We're just about to start the finals.
What's this word you keep using, man?
I see what you did there. While that's going on, the main six are huddled around and discussing something. Not that we get to see any of their discussion. Instead, we see reactions from all the other townsponys wondering what they're talking about. Oh, I remember them promoting this episode and this clip floating around all the time. Mostly because we got to see Octavia speaking. And she's also British. Although I'm pretty sure she had at least one line in Rainbow Rocks, come to think of it.
A monster attack? Blast! I'm performing at the ceremony this afternoon and I still haven't sorted out what to play.
And again, even though she's not voiced by Ellie Monty, she still sounds as classy as you'd expect Octavia to be. Well, now we see the main six are fighting. A bee panda-like creature called a bugbear.
A bugbear, huh? By dictionary definition, a bugbear is something that is always causing irritation. So, it honestly seems fitting to have it be what they go up against. It has just an irritation that distracts them from the main plot of the episode. Plus, it has a pretty neat design, as well.
While in a hurry, Matilda asks Amethyst Star to help with organizing her wedding for today.
You!
Me?
I need to move an entire wedding from tomorrow to today.
But no ponies asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town.
And somewhere out there, a bunch of bronies probably wrote a ton of alternate universe fanfictions where she became a princess instead of Twilight. And now for every shipper's favorite, Lyra and Bonbon. Sweetie Drops. Fantastic use of her original toy name, by the way, as it turns out that she's a spy pony from an anti-monster organization who have been trying to study the bugbear.
Are you saying our whole friendship was based on a lie?
I'm sorry, Lyra. I couldn't tell you for your own protection.
But the lunches, the long talks, the benches we've sat on.
I love that. The benches were an incredibly crucial part to their relationship, which is absolutely true. If not for the fact that they were sitting next to each other on that bench, the fans probably wouldn't have shipped them in the first place. Or also made Lyra obsessed with humans.
All that is incredibly mind-blowing, but I'm still stuck on the fact these two are clearly voiced by Ashley Ball and Andrea Lidman. Though, it is still better than Bonbon's early season voices.
I didn't put those in my bag.
Meanwhile, with Dr. Hooves and the bowling ponies, Derpy flies in and tells him that she's going to use his flameless fireworks that he mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but she flies off before he can warn her that they're not perfected yet. And amidst all the fighting with the bugbear that's going on, Matilda is at the spa with those spa ponies and even the mustachioed sea serpent from the season 1 premiere. And out of all the deep cuts, I love that they brought back his name being Stephen Magnet from an unofficial fan name that came from an auto-generated YouTube subtitle from 2010.
These ponies traveling to Ponyville, putting on uncomfortable clothes, sitting through a long ceremony. You think any of them care about the marriage? No. Honey, the wedding is everything.
And surprisingly, this is not some kind of villain move. He just comes off oddly malicious, while pressuring her about the wedding going well.
After that, we see the musicians of Ponyville, Octavia and Vinyl, living together like some kind of couple that's odd. Much like that old TV show, 8 is Enough. One is doing classical while the other is doing dubstep. Oh, I remember the fandom losing it to this scene. It's just like what all the fans wanted. The two musician ponies hanging out and jamming together. But the two of them better get out of there since the wedding is only in a couple of minutes, so they decide to take the music on the go and collide with a bunch of other secondary characters, as well as this, a quick image of the show staff in horse masks. It was a clear shout out to bronies and Celestia bless them for it. But in all the confusion, every pony goes a-flying after tripping on the Twyla cane, and it's then followed by this.
What is life? Is it nothing more than the endless search for a cutie mark? And what is a cutie mark but a constant reminder that we're all only one bugbear attack away from oblivion? And what of the poor gator, flank forever blank, destined to an existential swim down the river of life to an unknowable destiny?
But alas, every pony lands safely and the wedding goes off without a hitch. We even get to see Celestia and Luna acting like real sisters, arguing over the wedding gift. And hey, Cadance and Shining Armor are there too. And Shining is crying, because according to Cadance, he gets emotional at weddings.
Considering how their wedding went, what with a changeling invasion and all, I can't see why.
So, you didn't happen to mention our earlier conversation about my secret identity to any pony, did you?
No. I know those expensive imported oats you were saving for a special occasion. I cooked them up and ate them. It's sort of thrilling to reveal your deepest, darkest secrets.
That's what best friends are for.
Aw, Lyra and Bonbon made up. It's so cute. And look, Lyra's sitting in the chair like a people.
There you are! My suit has vanished and this was the only thing left in my closet. How do I look?
Like a million bits.
Oh my gosh, they have the Pony and he's already and he says a lot of oh my gosh, really funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. And that is one for the Derpy Hooves, Dr. Hooves shippers. I approve. And now for the wedding itself. Thanks to Stephen Magnet for sacrificing his mustache to replace Cranky's missing toupee, the wedding begins, with the main six getting the door closed on them by Derpy.
It's remarkable to me how a story like Cranky's search for Matilda could fill this room with such a unique collection of ponies. It makes you realize that every pony is the star of their own story. And it's not just the main characters in our stories that make life so rich. It's every pony.
Sorry, got some liquid pride stuck in my eyes. And hey look, there's a lone changeling in attendance as well. Possibly Thorax? Or maybe the fandom name that most bronies gave him of Kevin? That'll work too. Oh my gosh, they have the Dr. Pony interacting with Pony whose name is Rose. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, let's go back to the test doctor. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh.
You know something, girls? We are so lucky to live in this town. I love you all.
Ow! That's where the bugbear bit me.
Sorry.
All in all, I still really love this episode. It gave the fans a little bit of everything. Not only did we get to see the major fan favorite background characters, but even ones you'd never expect to see come back and even get some speaking roles. Like, back then, just having Derpy in the episode was one thing, but to have her actually speak again was definitely a moment of joy within the fandom. And they even found a way of connecting all these characters together with a wedding, a big town event that brings all the characters together into one location. All the while having the main characters doing something grand like fighting a monster of the week treated as the background subplot. Every character gets some time to shine, the writing is charming as always, filled with plenty of deep cuts and fandom nods. After all these years, I feel like this was a good fan service type of episode, and it functioned well as a 100 episode milestone. So A++, 10 out of 10, 5 gold stars, it was really good, I loved it. Tune in next time where we're going to be talking about amending fences. I'm the Pony Fanboy, and I fanboy over ponies, and you just listen. Bye!
Turn down for what?
So listen here, fanboys. The next time you want an episode that just features Laura, Carrot Top, Bonbon, Colgate, and Octavia... Okay, you know what? That still sounds pretty cool.